The city of Iqaluit has declared a state of emergency, and residents are being told not to drink their tap water, even if it's filtered or boiled. Why? Because city staff have found traces of fuel contamination in the treated water supply. CBC's Jackie McKay has the details.
The nearly 8,000 residents of Iqaluit can't use any of the water coming out of their taps. The city of Iqaluit and the government in Nunavut say there's possible signs of petroleum hydrocarbon in the water, meaning it's not safe to consume even if it's boiled or filtered, leaving people to have to buy water from the grocery store or get it from the Sylvia Grinnell River. The city has sent water trucks to fill up at the river. How the water got contaminated is currently unclear, but residents have been saying for more than a week now that their water has smelt like fuel. At the time, the city said the water was safe to drink. When it became unsafe is still unclear. Samples have been sent to the south for testing, but it will take 5 business days to get those results, leaving the city wondering how long we're going to be in this situation. Jackie McKay, CBC News, Iqaluit.
And let's stay on the story. Our chase team has reached Iqaluit Mayor Kenny Bell. Mayor, I want to get right to it. You've got this state of emergency declared in your city. You've got to wait days before you can get the results. What's happening there? What's the emotion of the day?
Yeah, of course we're all worried about what's going on. Especially after we've been telling the citizens that the water's been safe for the last week. All of our tests were coming back safe and meeting national standards. Unfortunately, through the investigation, because there was continued complaints, the city was investigating since the very first complaint over a week ago. They found one of our wells at our water treatment center that when they opened it, it's a sealed containment well. When they opened it, there was a strong smell of petroleum. So we, of course, have serious concerns, and that's why we put out the order to not consume.
Yeah, and as mayor, who have you talked to try to get help? Territory, federal government, maybe?
Yeah, for sure. So, we've been on multiple calls where the government has been a huge help already. The federal government has already reached out and offered some support. So they're looking at ways to help us right now. And, of course, the government of Nunavut is an integral part of what we do on a regular basis, in these types of events. So, we're always grateful for their support.
Yeah, what ways are they going to help you?
Well, for example, I was just on an update call now, and I actually just left it to do this interview. But the government of Nunavut is bringing in 80,000 liters of water in the next 3 days. Bottled water. So we obviously, of course, we're grateful for that. It's extremely expensive. Everything is extremely expensive here. I just got a receipt this morning from a coworker that says that 1 liter of water is almost $9 at the store. So. You understand why it's really expensive and it's heavy and the freight costs a lot. That's one of the major downfalls of our remoteness.
Yeah. And what about Ottawa? What are they promising?
Right now they haven't promised anything, but they are looking. CERNA has been, the Department of Environment has been part of our calls, and also making sure that their inspection team is there. But I know that they're looking at options to help us.
Mm-hmm. At $9 a liter, what do you say to people who might be tempted to just drink the water from their tap? Because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, people would be tempted to do it, especially here where, we already know 56% of our population in Nunavut is food insecure. So who has the extra money to buy bottled water at that cost? Not very many of us. So, we just want to make sure we are delivering water to 2 locations in town, and we are also delivering to elders and people with needs. So if people need to, they can contact the city, and we'll try to get water to them as soon as possible. But right now we're kind of in limbo because there's just not even enough jugs to fill with water to give to people. We need jugs of, empty jugs to be shipped up. We need water to be shipped up. It's, the remoteness is a problem in this case.
Yeah, when you tell me you've got enough water, but you don't have the jugs, it's like that line from the song, standing knee deep in a river and dying of thirst. How do you fix that problem and do it quickly?
Yeah, I don't know. we're relying on some partners to get stuff, and like I said, the government of Nunavut is bringing in 80,000 liters in the next 3 days. That's going to be a great help, but at the same time, we don't want to be doing this for very long. It's unfortunate, but we're hoping that we can get this fixed as fast as possible.
Just a couple more questions for you, Mayor. Where did all of this come from? I take it that sort of the science of this is underway.
Yeah, so it takes forever. All of our tests have to be sent south, especially these ones. They're special hydrocarbon petroleum-based tests. So it takes 48 hours to be completed in a southern lab. So it takes about 5 days for us to send it down and get the results back. So we're at the mercy of the lab in the south and the flight schedule right now. But we are working on a bypass to bypass the tank that we assume is the problem. So that way at least we'll get some water at home. People may have to boil it for a time being, but at least they'll be able to use it.
Mm-hmm. Final question. What's your message then? 7,000 residents in Iqaluit about that. What do you say to them?
The city's working hard. We have been working hard for the last 7 days. We a little bit more than 7 days now, and we will continue to work hard until we get this fixed. But we've been in a water crisis for about 5 years now. We're going to be asking the government of Canada for a lot of money here soon. So I'm hoping that they're listening and are paying attention to what's going on.
I'm sure they are listening. I thank you for your time, Mayor Bell. You be well, okay?
Yes, thank you very much. Anytime.
Kenny Bell, he is the mayor of Iqaluit, Nunavut.